play.
This traditional game of the Angami tribe of Nagaland is played using a commonly found seed from the plant Entata redi. This seed in the local dialect is known as tulo. Thus, this traditional game is called tulo. Usually, two types of games are played using this seed. One, rapo and tulova. As you can see, two games are being played simultaneously. The rapo is played individually or in groups. If they play in groups, they are divided into parties. The objective of the game is to use any part of the body, be it the forehead, the eyes, the hands, the fingers, the knees, or even the ankles. Placing the seed on any part, they would try to hit the seed that is on the floor. Another game that you can see that is being played with a lot of seeds is tulo ba. It is played in groups. In this game, a number of these beans is arranged in a straight line with two pieces of tulo placed over each other. A line is demarcated. Usually, this line is about 3 to 4 meters. The shooters will try to bring the seeds that are in line down from how they are arranged. This continues till none of the tulos are in line. Let me remind you that these traditional games which you are witnessing are only played by the women folk. The main purpose of this game is to celebrate sisterhood among the Angami tribe of Nagaland. The games are usually accompanied by songs. Usually, most of these indigenous games are seasonal. Also, while playing such indigenous games as the tulo, many taboos and rituals are performed. For instance, this game is played continuously till the eldest man of the village performs a ritual, which marks the beginning of sowing season. The beginning of sowing season is usually in the month of February. said that this traditional game of the Angami Nagas is played between December to February. Each player is allowed to take hits at the line of seeds, turn by turn. The games end when all the tulo are taken down from the line. Also, the game continues until the eldest man of the village performs a ritual called Taboe that marks the beginning of the sowing season. According to this ritual, usually the eldest man in the village goes to the fields. He selects an area of about 30 centimeters in diameter and sows a seed in the selected area. From that day onwards, almost all the traditional games are closed and it's time to work in the fields. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a performance of a traditional game called tulo by the Kezama village cultural troupe representing the Angami tribe of Nagaland.
The next cultural troupe to present will be the Kuki cultural troupe from New Chalkot. They will present to us a popular folk song of the Kukis called Lechong Hoi La. This is a song originated from their folklore. A folklore of Lechong Hoi and Kalvombo. Lenchong Hoi is a lady and Kalvombo is a man. Kalvombo was a supernatural human being who could easily cross the river. While Lenchonghoi's 7 brothers had gone out for work, Kalvombo, the supernatural being, in the absence of the brothers, took away Lenchonghoi. While returning home after work and not finding their sister at home, the 7 brothers came running in search of their sister. From a distance, they saw Kalvombo, the supernatural human, carrying their sister in his arm, crossing the river in the midst of strong water currents. Kalvombo, being a supernatural human being, could easily cross the river, whereas the 7 human brothers of Lenchonghoi couldn't do so. As the time rolled on, when a bridge was built upon this river, it came to be known as Lenchonghoi Lei, a symbolic of the place where the 7 brothers missed the chance of recapturing their beloved sister from the clutch of an extraordinary man, a supernatural human named Kalvombo. So this is how the song Lenchonghoi La originated and became a popular folk song of the Cookies in general. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cookie Cultural Troupe from New Chalcot, Beren. That was the Cookie Cultural Troupe from New Chalcot, ladies and gentlemen, with their folklore song, Len Chong Hoi La.
Representing the Chakisang tribe of Nagaland, we welcome now our next performers from Middle Komi village. Nagas are farmers. Usually, Nagaland is associated with shifting cultivation, which is called Jum cultivation. However, there are many pockets in Nagaland which also practice various other agricultural systems, such as the Chakisang tribe of Nagaland. Passed down from generation to generation, terrace cultivation remains one of the most integral part of the Chakisang community. Usually, in the terrace cultivation, paddy forms an integral part. The communities would help each other during the cultivation, be it sowing or harvesting. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the paddy harvesting folk song called Ruche Chele by the Chakisang tribe of Nagaland. As you can see, paddy has just been harvested. They are being carried by the communities, usually the women. The men have come to the fields to help in the process of threshing the rice. Rice is a staple food of the Nagas. While working in the fields, be it harvesting, threshing, or winnowing, etc., people would come together. The communities would understand each other and sing songs together. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chakisang tribe of Nagaland are currently threshing the rice. The men and the women folk would gather and thresh the rice with their feet. While working, they would sing this harvesting folk song called Ruche Chele. After a very tiring day at work, the people would rest, eat, feast. After the threshing of the rice is complete, the women and the men folk will now begin winnowing the rice. This process helps in separating the seeds from its cover. In a special basket, the seeds or the rice would be put in. Then the men would drop it on the floor and the process of winnowing begins. Usually, this basket is used for calculating the amount of rice that has been harvested. At most times, the peer groups would work in other fields on rotation basis. This is done till the whole cycle is complete. Winnowing has just been completed. The harvest is blessed. It's now time to gather. The men would help in the process of collecting their harvest. Work for the day is done. The community has successfully threshed the rice, winnowed them, and gathered the rice. The husk is also gathered. After all work is done, it's now time to play. Ladies and gentlemen, the Middle Komi Village Cultural Troupe representing the Jaksang tribe of Nagaland will now take their time to showcase their traditional wrestling called kunu. This is the first match. All work has been done for the day. Now the games begin. Two players go against each other. They would hold each other from the waist and try to take their opponent down. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. We shall witness another bout. A sash is tied around the waist. The players, let me remind you, will hold their opponent from the waist, that is the sash. This game is very popular in Nagaland, especially among the Jaksang tribe of Nagaland. And we have another winner. Ladies and gentlemen, the floor is now open for any challenger. Also, before you try, we have just one condition. In the traditional Jaksang style, you are requested to come and take part, but you have to take off your shirt. Anyone? We don't have an opponent for the baby. Do we have anyone interested? Do we have anyone interested to try this? We have, after this bout, we have a challenger. Thank you, sir. I request you to get ready. You have to take off your shirt. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the third bout. Great bout, but then we have a special guest. Sir, Moromra rules can brief Kuridibi. Also, after this bout, I kindly request our guest here to introduce himself and his country of origin. Thank you, sir. We have two more challengers.
I'm Alex from Switzerland.
Before we start with the second bout, I kindly request our participant to introduce himself, his name and country of origin.
I'm Alex from Chile. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. A big round of applause. Can you introduce your name and country of origin? Okay.
Hello, I'm Val from France. Thank you.
A last challenger.
I'm Dev from Kolkata, India itself.
Thank you. Are you all enjoying it? Can we hear it one more time? Are you all enjoying it? On special request, we have another guest, Chakisan Cultural Troupe. We have a special guest. He will be challenging. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give a big round of applause for our next challenger?
I'm Diwakar Misra from Bogaigaon, MTPC, Assam.
Ladies and gentlemen, our challenger is actually accompanying our honored guest. Thank you, sir. Can we give a big round of applause for all our challengers and also the Jackson Cultural Troupe? Before we end, we have a surprise for you. The Jackson Cultural Troupe have never ceased to amaze the people. At this point of time, I got a very special request, or rather a challenge, by the Middle Komi Village Cultural Troupe. They want to challenge the Garo Cultural Troupe. Not just Garo Cultural Troupe, but the leader. Let me introduce the leader of the Garo Cultural Troupe. He is Zento Sangma, and he has just been challenged by the Jackson tribe of Nagaland. Ladies and gentlemen, our popular troop leader, Zento Sangma, representing the Garos. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last bout of the wrestling by the Jackson tribe of Nagaland. This wrestling in the local dialect is called kunu. Let's hear it one more time. Is it the Jacksons or is it the Garos? Ladies and gentlemen, the match that you have been waiting for, the leader of the Garos and his opponent, the favorite from the Jackson tribe of Nagaland. Here we go. Can we cheer for him? Away! Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our Garo troops. Also, a bigger round of applause for the Middle Komi village cultural troupe representing the Chagasang tribe of Nagaland with their two performances. First, Ruchi Chele, a folk song of harvesting, followed by the demonstration of their traditional game. A big round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the traditional way of the Chagisangs as they return from their fields.
Both the men and the women folk would share the load. They would take back the harvest from the fields to their homes. The Naga society is very community-centric. As such, working in the fields require people to come and work together. They would work, they would have fun, and also, while returning back home, they would return together as a very, very tight-knit community. Being a hilly state, the terrains are treacherous. It takes a toll on your body. Usually, to keep them away from thinking about the pain that they have endured, they would sing songs till they reach their destination safely. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for our performers from Middle Komi village representing the Jaksang tribe of Nagaland.
Inspired by the indigenous game called duck of war and the fish, also the sounds of the birds and the insects. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mind Blowers Club Dimapur, representing the Aunaga tribe of Nagaland, will now present to us a folk dance called Ango Aser Ar Tsungsang. Ango in our dialect means fish, and Ar means the duck of war, the rope that we use for duck of war. This is a song usually done by the young children, imitating the fish. During festivals, the young children sing and dance, imitating how fish swims in the rivers by making sounds and moves from their feet. They also imitate various creatures, sounds of various creatures, like the birds and the insects. This fish and rope dance is also a part of the festival where men versus women usually play the duck of war game. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Mind Blowers Club from Dimapur, representing the Ao Naga tribe of Nagaland with their Anglo Aster arts and sound. Anoncho Kuliwa Dondewa is a traditional game of the Ringma Naga tribe of Nagaland played by the men folk. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now have in the performing arena the Ringma cultural troupe. In the forefathers' time, and since there was no education during those days, the men folk, with full of jubilant, gathered together and played games under the full moon. This game is a type of wrestling where everyone tried to pull off the first person, and since it was the game of strength, the men folk with the stronger one will be sitting in the front, whereas the last person comes forward and asks the permission from the first person. The game continues until they are able to pull off the first person. Ladies and gentlemen, Anoncho Kulewa, a traditional game of the Ringma Naga tribe. The game will continue until they are able.
Performing for you next, we have of Nagaland.
अगले एक साल में हमारा प्रयत्न रहेगा कि G20 नए विचारों की परिकल्पना के लिए और सामूहिक एक्शन को गति देने के लिए एक ग्लोबल प्राइम मूवर की तरह काम करे।
G20 के नेतृत्व से अब भारत करेगा वसुधैव कुटुंबकम को साकार। इसके हैं कई पहलू, जैसे डिजिटल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, लाइफ जैसी नई पहल, इंक्लूसिव ग्रोथ, महिलाओं के नेतृत्व में विकास। G20 की बैठकें होंगी भारत के विभिन्न शहरों और राज्यों में, ताकि हमारी अद्भुत विविधता और समृद्ध परंपरा का मिले भरपूर अनुभव। वक्त आ गया है एक बुलंद और निर्णायक G20 का, भारत की अध्यक्षता का। वसुधैव कुटुंबकम, एक पृथ्वी, एक कुटुंब, एक भविष्य।
আজিকালি লাগা বাচ্চা আৰু এডোলেসেন্ট কান ট্ৰেডিশনাল আৰু নতুন ফৰ্মস অফ ডিজিটেল মিডিয়া দে বেছি ইমাৰ্স হৈ যাইছে। 10 সাল মাজতে মই কান দেখি পাই কি ডিজিটেল মিডিয়া ইউজ তো মই কান পৰা ইন্টাৰেকশনস আৰু সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া কাৰণে চলাই। স্পেশালি আজিকালি লাগা বাচ্চা কান পৰা ডিজিটেল মিডিয়া ইজিলি এক্সেস কৰিব পাৰে। এভিডেন্স কান কৈ আছে কি ইটো ডিজিটেল মিডিয়া এক্সপোজাৰ পৰা বাচ্চা কান গে আৰ্লি লাৰ্নিংস, নতুন আইডিয়াস লাগা এক্সপোজাৰ, নলেজ আৰু সোশ্যাল কন্টেক্ট লাগা সাপোৰ্ট পায়। इतु टेक्नोलॉजी लगा फास्ट चेंजिंग पेस पर बच्चा कान डेस्कटॉप, कंप्यूटर लगा बदली डिजिटल टैबलेट्स और स्मार्टफोन्स कान ही चलाई शुरू होइसे। आजिकाली डिजिटल मीडिया लगा कॉन्स पर प्रोस तो आउटवे कर दिसे और इतु लगा नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट तो हेल्थ और लर्निंग अटेंशन बिया कर दिसे। स्पेशली बच्चा कान इनअप्रोप्रिएट और अनसेफ कंटेंट कान इजीली एक्सेस करबो पारे। बच्चा कान दो ताई कान छुटू थाकिया टाइम दे पर पेरेंट्स पर मोल्ड कर दिबोले लगे ताई कान लगा ब्राइट फ्यूचर करने। टेक्नोलॉजी प्रोवाइडर्स कम पर पेरेंट्स के मदद करबले कारणे किड्स प्रोफाइल भी ऑफर करि आसे। होली भी इन्फॉर्मेशन इजीली एक्सेसिबल हुआ पर बच्चा कान दो इतु किड्स प्रोफाइल पर किनिका हाथी बोले बेसी जल्दी हिके आसे। पेरेंट्स कान पर बच्चा कान दो एंगेज करि गिना थागिबो कारणे स्मार्टफोन्स कान प्रोवाइड करे। होली भी साइले दो इतु हैबिट पर बच्चा दो अलप डांगर होली दो फोन ना थागिले बय बो ना पारे। इतु कारणे पेरेंट्स खान केयरफुली डिसाइड करबो लागे बच्चा खान के टेक्नोलॉजी पर डिस्ट्रैक्ट करबो ना ह्यूमन अटेंशन पर डिस्ट्रैक्ट करबो। अलग होता दो फोन दे बिशी सादो आजिकाली लगा बच्चा खान लगा सुकुदो छुटू पर
Ladies and gentlemen, the wildcat has acquired a taste for chicken. Many games are played by the Nagas. Performing for you next, entering from the right of the arena, we have the Pottery cultural show. Unlike many of the dances, this particular dance is performed both by the young and the old alike. dance of the Pottery tribe of Nagaland, being performed for you by the Pottery cultural troupe Kohima.
To be singing together with dancing is not easy.
the varied dances of the Pottery tribe of Nagaland signifies the unity among the Pottery tribe in Nagaland. The holding hands, the balances using their feet all signify unity. Trust and unity. The unity dance, or the Shoji So, which was just performed for you by the Pottery cultural troupe from Kohima, representing the Pottery tribe of Nagaland.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Sumi cultural troupe will now present to you Lichole. Entering the performing arena, we have the Aichi Sakimi cultural troupe representing the Sumi Naga tribe of Nagaland, with their song, a folk song called Lichole. This song was sung when a young man and a young woman were betrothed to each other, but were unable to get married, though they still loved each other. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to a heartbreaking folk song called Le Chole by the Aichi Sakimi cultural troupe.
Ôi 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 lô lô xa lão lắm na ôi lê 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 lô xa lão lắm na ôi lê 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 lô sa kuno ôi la ôi lô ki she ôi ki sa kuno sa kama la kuno ôi yo lo lo ri sa she o ku sa yo no ri sa ku sa no yo ye no ye ne za oi yo se te o se ke she choko vune yo ke o ke me sha za ke na yo ko sa o la she no la yo mo ye ne she yo lo ke ke ya o ke ta ki be ko lo za ya sha za ya o ya la na tu ne na she bi che o yo hen don cha ya don ni che cha la sha ga no shi ya o no shi ya ne o no shi che ke o je si yo hi ke o hi ke sha o sa ma Someone will know Shasa, Taven Carrier, Adia Shashila,
Ladies and gentlemen, the Aichi Sakimi cultural troupe representing the Sumi Nagas in Nagaland with their performance of a folk song. At this moment, ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite our chief guest, Shri Nalin S. Kohli, the advocate, our chief guest for the afternoon, Shri Yogendra Garg, IRS Chief Commissioner of Central GST and Customs, Guwahati Zone, to deliver his greeting message.
Namaskar, good evening. What a splendid show. I'm really grateful to Honorable Minister for Tribal Affairs and Higher Education, Government of Nagaland, Mr. Tebjen Imnalong, for inviting me and giving me this honor. In fact, when I was invited, I wasn't very sure what as colorful and probably more colorful than the Indian Hornbill is. So tradition is important. Tradition is important because that provides continuity across generations. It allows cultures to share their heritage. And I'm really glad that such a great effort has been made by Government of Nagaland to showcase the tradition of different tribes and showing their culture to not only within Nagaland but to tourists across. And I'm happy to note that this is the 23rd edition of the festival, which was started in 2000. Whenever the different cultures come together, they showcase the rich heritage and people are able to communicate their identity to others. So the festival actually exposes the culture and tradition of the ethnic people and establishes a very strong brand. Nagaland is going to foster understanding of the rich cultural heritage of the state. At the same time, the exposition of the arts and craft, Hornbill is so well celebrated. In fact, whosoever heard that we are going to Hornbill was really amazed and told us that you'll have a great time. It was good to watch the show put together by the Angami tribe, the tulo game played by them, the Kuki, the Chaksang tribe, the Au Naga tribe, Rengma, the Lotha cultural troupe, Pottery tribe, and the Sumi cultural troupe. It's so varied, so vibrant, colors and the entire environment here that which has really enthused us. And I'm once again very grateful to Government of Nagaland and the Minister for inviting me over, having me over, and honoring me and my family. I'm sure the Hornbill Festival year after year is going to get stronger and establish a much, much stronger brand Nagaland. So wish my best wishes to the organizers, to the participants, and glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words of appreciation. And also, we would like to thank our chief guests, our honored guests, and our hosts for the afternoon session for being here and gracing this cultural show. With this, we come to the end of the cultural show for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here and joining us for the afternoon session. We shall continue this cultural show tomorrow since it's the last day. Cultural troops kansop morombara najaina rukhibole request kuri ase.
Cultural troops, ajibi morombara rukhi takebi. All a request for all our tourist guests, esteemed visitors, photographers, kindly keep away from the performing arena. Cultural troops, Morombra Apnikan Arena Pitorde Aijabi, performing arena Pitorde Aijabi. Ladies and gentlemen, the cultural show has been brought to you by the Department of Art and Culture, Government of Nagaland, in collaboration with the Department of Tourism, Government of Nagaland. We just have one more day and we hope that you will come back tomorrow here at the same time, the morning session which begins at 10 a.m. which will be followed by the afternoon session at 1 p.m. Cultural troops, Morombra Abnigan Sop Arena Pitorde Jaijabi, Mokan Itya Unity Dance Laga Practice Kruwo.
We have come to an end of our live broadcast. Thank you for watching Hornbill TV and stay tuned for more news and updates.